Hello, I'm really glad you could join me today for the core and legs workout. So, really exciting to teach you this today because we're going from beginners and then into an intermediate version and even maybe intermediate advanced version on some of them. So it's all going to be core and leg related, but we will be using a band on some of them, especially on the more intermediate advanced ones. We will need some sets of weights as well. So it is going to be 45 on, 15 off on each circuit, and it's going to be 3 exercises in each one, and it's going to end up as a 12-minute circuit in each of those. Okay, so if you've got all those things ready, just put them by. We will get that warm up. Again, bottle of water, mat, because we'll be getting on the floor, enough room to move around in, and then you can join me. Got those together, and let's start the workout. Okay, so we're going to do for a march through for me, please. Just down through the toes into the feet. Feel that you're using core pulled in. Okay, that zip and hollow on, feeling that tension hip to hip. Okay, I'm going to get wider with that walk, a little wide, come in. Now I'm just going to change over legs. So just feel those glutes working, get that little push up. Okay, now a little reach up and out, little reach up, feel that in the ankles, feel it in those calves. I'm going to do a step leg curl, feel it in the hamstrings, get that little stretch out on the front of your thigh. Good, now I'm going to do a knee up and a little turn. Just feel it in the hip flexors. I'm going to go back to that leg curl, stretching out on the front of the thighs. Then the step with the knee up, good. So get that little bit of mobility around the waist. Walking forward, little drop down, up, little drop down. Good, just walking forward. Now I'm going to bend forward and pushing up and down. Give me that little walk forward again, little walk forward, come back up. Good, 2 and 1, then the bend forward and up. Now if you want to hold on to something for your balance on this one, otherwise leg forward, pushing back. Good, so hip flexors and glutes. Good, give me that lift. Again, if you want to hold on to something you can. And well done. Okay, on the other side, give me that lift, kick it back. So I'm trying to stay upright. Give me that little kick back on the glute. Okay, wide here, a little wide. Good. Down. Staying up in the middle. Give it a little roll. Then the other way. I'm going to do that again. Coming down, down, then up. Good. Feel that push up from the legs. Good. Then the roll round. Good. 2 more. And then walking it in. Just walk it in. Good. Give me that little bounce here. Just a little bounce here. And coming up. And then 3, 2, 1. Come up. Then I'm doing a 3, 2, 1. The kick at the top. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Kick it out. 1, 2. So feel that little stretch off on the hamstrings. Good. I've only got 1 more now. And well done. Okay, just give me a little kick through. Okay, so we're starting on a lunge. Okay, so if you're used to a lunge, what you can do for me is use the lunge, but with a bench or a chair behind, or if not, just your normal lunge, but I'm going to take a light weight with me today, just because I want you to feel that weight dropping through the middle. Okay, I'm going to put that timer on, 45:15. I shall tell you when to start. Okay, so it's just a normal lunge. The things, as a beginners, you want to be focused on is those shoulders back and down. Good, and then we get that drop. Now I'm dropping straight down, so I can really feel it through my heel, up through the back of the leg on the front, and also my work here on the front of thigh. So if you want to go slower, you can do. You can make it slow. Make sure you get it right though, whichever one you're doing. Good, so it's down and up. I'm going to go through on one leg, then through on the other. So again, what you want is your lower part of your leg to end up just parallel to the floor. Okay, and then we're going to do that again with or without weights, up to you as beginners. And we're just going to lunge through the other side. So again, I'm going to do those first few quite fast, keeping with that beat, and then you can slow it up. Okay, just up and down. Then I'm watching that my front leg there, my knee stops back over my laces, so I know I'm dropping straight through the middle, and I've still got those weights with me. Good, so I'm still tending to go fast, but you can slow it up, especially if you're a beginner. Okay, you can slow it up, which again, still keeps you focused. You drop straight through the middle and push up. Good, back of thigh, front of thigh, push. Okay, lovely, good. Okay, back to my original leg. A little bit of an intermediate version here. Okay, I can stay with those light weights, so you can pick a heavier weight. I'm going to go into a lunge and then forward and up on that leg. So it goes into a lunge, lift it forward, woo, and then going back down and pushing it forward. That's it, lovely, good. So it is about balance as well, dropping it and doing me that lift. So when I'm here, my abs are pulled in, my glutes working for me into my upper back. There's lots of work now to be done on that front leg, because it's pushing me up and it's holding me there before I go back down again. Yeah, so people want to do the intermediate work, it's here. Beginners, you can do it without the weight. Nice and slow. So remember, you've been practicing your lunge, so it's right in the middle here, and then that lift. Lovely, good. Okay, well done. I'm going to change it over. In fact, I'm just going to lift up slightly heavier weights on this, but up to you. Okay, so we're here, down into lunge, up over that front leg and get that lift. So, over that front leg, really get that lift up at the back. Now make sure, whether you're beginning or intermediate, that that leg coming up to the back is straight. Don't be tempted to use your hamstring on that back leg and lift it from the knee only. You want that whole leg lift. I'm leaning forward. I've now got a heavier weight, but my shoulders still backing down, my core working hard for me, my zip and hollow on. Good. Lovely, good. I'm going back to my slightly lighter weight, but on this one, I introduce a 3 drop, and then I jump up. Same leg goes back again. But again, I'm just adding to that work. You can, if you want to, do me the seesaw one, or do me that lunge again, just the beginner's lunge. Okay, so we are going to do it all through on one leg, all through on the other leg. I just drop low this time. Make sure you're nice and wide. So I'm going to drop 3, 3, 2, 1, jump it up. That's where my core, 3, 2, 1, jump it up. Again, 3, 2, 1, I'm getting low into that jump and then that lift. Good, so you're feeling that, and jump, good. So I'm going low, 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 jump it up. Same leg each time before I turn over and do the other leg. Good. Okay, and jump. So again, all the things that I said before about the lunge, straight through the middle, up, good. Lovely, I'm going to go on to the other leg. And then I'm back to the beginning with my beginner's lunge, with or without the weight. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, drop, 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 jump it. Drop, drop, drop. Core pulled in tight. You can choose the weights. or as a beginner, if you want to try this one, especially on the second time round, if you've got those lunges correct, fine, do it. You don't have to do it with a weight. You could just get me that jump, no weights. Good, and I'm jumping up, down, everything that I was telling you about that lunge. Good, up. 3, 2, 1, and well done. Okay, I was going to keep that lighter weight. It was just my lunge. First of all, just into that typical lunge and up. Okay, so here beginners again have got the chance to check that everything is correct. Your shoulders and your hips drop straight through the middle, so this leg does not move forward. Okay, so with or without the weight stays on my chest there and just travels in that drop with me. Good, so again, especially on the second time round now, really feel that push through the heel of the front leg, and I'm getting that workout because my weight, when I've dropped it, a lot of it is here and that leg is back, so my front of thigh there has to do a little stretch out, but also has to push me back up as well. Okay, lovely. Okay, so just on the other side. Okay, so one leg back, I'm on the toe of my foot. Lovely, good. Don't make the mistake that often people do, is pushing back on that leg. My weight is staying in the middle all the time. My zip and hollow, hip to hip, is on. Good, so I'm getting reasonably low. If you feel that you've got any pain around that front of the back knee, don't go any lower, but do make sure your shoulders are over your hips each time. That's important. Okay, good. You're working through it. It'll keep you in good stead for the next one, which is that lunge, and then the tip forward. Really using my core on the tip. Shoulders back and down. 3, 2, 1, and well done. Okay, you can stay with weights, or you can pick up an extra weight if you want to. I'm just going to go a little bit higher with my weights. So it's that lunge and the tip forward. Beginners, you can just have your hands in a little pray position there at the front. Okay, here we go. So, down, lift and forward. And then lift and forward. Good, so I'm back on that original leg. As you tip forward, make sure your core is pulled in, which allows you to tip and lift at the same time. Good, so we're feeling that. Really overworks that front leg. Tipping onto that leg and really getting that lift up. Good. So again, I'm dropping right through the middle. Push up and go forward. Good, so I feel like I'm nice and straight by the time I've tipped forward. Okay, good work everyone. Working our way through this 12 minutes of exercise on that front, on the glute and lunge action. Okay, we drop down, we push up and we lift. So my front leg does have to be bent at this point, and I've tipped and I've done that lift. You can go as slow as you like. Good, if you're worried about the balance on that. And up. Up and lift. So really squeeze that glute. It really goes into your lower back here. My zip and hollow is on here as well. Lovely, good. So all those things working for you. And well done, good, okay, lovely. My 3 drop and the little jump up. I'm going to stay with my heavier weights this time because I know I've only got 1 go on each leg here. 45 seconds of work. Okay, so remember I was here, I drop down. 3, 2, 1, jump up. Same leg, low, come out of that low position, and if you want to, get that lift. So you can do any variation, especially beginners. You can do it without a weight if you want to. You don't have to go as low, just go to your lunge and get a little jump up with that leg. Yes, again, explosive action, which is helped by keeping our arms pulled in, straight up. Lovely, good. Last few seconds now. We're in single figures. And up. That core really working for me. And well done, good. Okay, lovely. Last minute of work, or 45 seconds. Last bit of this circuit before we move on. Okay. Okay, up here. 1, 2, 3. Jump it up. Same leg goes back. 1, 2, 3. Jump it up. 1, 2, 3. Jump it up. 1, 2, 3. Jump it up. 1, 2, 3. And push. Good. So again, people who want that extra challenge, that more intermediate, advanced section, you're doing this. Good. You should be really feeling it in those thighs. Good. Last few seconds now. You're in single figures. Good. Let's do that last bit. 3, 2, 1. And well done. Good. Okay, lovely. Okay, we are moving on into our next circuit. Take a little bit of water break if you want it here. Okay, on my next one, I'm going to go from plie. Now in my plie, tend to with my feet, beginners, doing a plie, and I'll be telling you to watch out what your thighs are doing. Okay, so then a bit more advanced there with a squeeze up. See, I've noticed I've gone over at the side, so my core here, and then my obliques to get me down. And then the last one, what I'll say is out with a weight, squeeze it back in. Okay, so we've got those 3 different exercises to do. For the first one, you just use your own body weight. Okay, tend to with my feet. Okay, drop and squeeze up. Good, so now when you're down, things to think about here. I'm just going to stop here. Can't see my toes because my knees are here. They're not here, but I can still see my feet. And then I push back up. Good, so again, now I'm keeping my bottom tucked in here. Good, so get that push up. I really feel it over my glutes, even into the lower part of my waist there. Lovely, out and push up. And then the front of your thighs, more than the back of your thighs, going to get that work. So again, this is a practice. All those beginners, this is what we're doing. That and up. Okay, lovely, good. I'm going to do it a second time. Both legs. I'm just going to do it as a side view. So you can see, as I pulled in, my shoulders are back and down. When I drop, I don't stick my bottom out. It's tucked in. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're on. And up. And I'm still checking each time I drop where my knees finish. Good. So again, don't have to take any weight with me. If you want a more advanced version, you can obviously take a weight here, but don't let that weight take you forward. Remember, everything about your plie is the same. Okay, so optional weight for those people who know what they're doing with that plie and want that extra challenge. There and up. Go. So you see my bottom? It tucks in the whole time. There, good. And squeeze it up. Lovely, good. Okay. With that one leg coming up. Now, beginners, if you don't want to, just stand it up into the middle instead of coming up and over. Up to you. You can give it a go, and if it comes too much, just step it in or stay back into your plie. Okay, so my plie, up and squeeze. So I stay on the same side, up and squeeze. Now, watch that when you come back down, you're still in your plie. Good, because there is a little bit of temptation to go back over here, over one leg and your bottom stick out. Okay, so here, and then I have to get my obliques to squeeze me down and over. My bottom's tucked in, my back is straight. Good, I haven't rolled over, and I'm getting that push up and that squeeze So all those things are still happening with my plie, but I've added to it with that squeeze. Yeah, so you have loads and loads of time to perfect this on this one, and now on the other side. Okay, so I'm checking before I even start. Feet 10 to 2, zip and hollow on, bottom tucked in. Okay, lovely. 3, 2, 1. I drop down and I squeeze. If you don't want to do that, but you want a little bit of extra challenge, go down in your plie and stand up. Otherwise it's that squeeze and straight into your plie again. Or you pull that leg in. Good, squeeze it. Okay, squeeze. We're feeling that squeeze over your obliques. Good, so I'm using my core to stabilise me. And then those oblique muscles, part of my core structure, really to get that work done. Lovely, that knee coming over. You can hear it in my voice. It's a little bit more energetic now when I have to do an explosive movement off the floor. Good. And down into your plie and check your plie each time. Well done. Okay, lovely. Okay, I'm going to use a weight on this one. I suggest a sort of lightish weight because you're going to go out and a long lever. So again, more advanced people can choose which weight they want to do. Now, this is more like a lat pull down. I'm not leaning over to the side. I'm squeezing it back down and in. And again, I go into my plie in the middle here. Good, so get that elbow to thigh. Elbow to thigh. Good work, well done. Dropping it down, pushing it out. So I let my arm travel away from me whilst my core keeps that structure really nice and strong. All those things that are in the plie before, beginners, you can do any version of this that you want to. Good, so you're still going to get 6 minutes of work on your first round before we start that next one. So good work, well done. Good, lovely. Turning up to do it, that's the hardest part of the effort here. Turning up, then committing to do it, and then obviously doing it correctly all the way through. Good, lovely. Knees in the correct position. Lovely, out. Get me that strong, push down. And again, I can feel it in the shoulder as well. And as I pull it down and in, those people with that weight really feel that you can get that lat pull down to tuck your elbow right in, there. Then it goes out, but you stay in the middle. Good. Lovely. How are those legs feeling? You can feel it now on the fronts of thighs, on the glutes to get that twist out. All working that legs, core, helping me to stabilise each time. And well done. Good. Okay, lovely. I'm back to my beginners version. Again, you guys that are more intermediate, you can just use this with a little bit of memory to see how we should be doing it. Zip and hollow on, okay, and my bottom stays in. Yes, again, just use it as a bit of practice, everyone. See how you should be doing it properly, feeling it. Those knees turned out, those feet turned out, but my bottom tucked in, and it really does target just below your bottom there, which is what we all want, that shape. So the lower part of that bottom, get that muscle to lift up that bottom, give you that good shape. Lovely, good. Squeeze and up. Good, so keep that tuck on the whole time. So I know there's tension here on my zip and hollow. Lovely, good. We're going to do it a second time. Okay. So you're working your way through that second circuit. You're doing great. You managed to do it all the way through. And remember, the versions are up to you. Even if you're stuck with the beginner's version all the way through, you are still going to get 12 minutes of work. And you're going to be able to perfect that position. Lovely, good. We drop, we lift. Yes, again. Shoulders are over my hips. Good, again. Just keep on checking that position. If you let those knees drop in, there's a lot of stress here on the front of your knee, and you're going to start moving around on the feet. So really keep everything in a really good position to get that drop and that lift. Lovely, good. Okay, so beginners, get another 2 sessions of that, or give this a go. So remember, you can bring your knee up, or just bring it in like that, and then you're back down into that plie. So you've still got that plie going on with your feet. Okay, are we ready to go? Here we go. I'm going to drop down. I'm going to get that squeeze over my obliques, front and back of my waist. And then when I sink down, I give myself time to stop there before I come back up again. Good. So with these, that core, zip and hollow, hip to hip. My belly button pulled in towards my spine. So I know my top structure is really safe. And then the legs can do that work for me, and then the oblique over the sides there. So those trunk muscles, all part of my core system. Keep them nice and strong. Keep on checking your plie each time. Lovely, good. And then up. Good. Straight down in the middle. Lovely, good. Okay, let's go shake from the side on this other one with my elbow. And again, remember, step it in if you're a beginner. You'll get extra work having that hand up or out. Or if you can give it a go. Okay, down in your plie, up in your squeeze. Down in your plie, up in your squeeze. So again, just be conscious each time of where your bottom ends up. Tucked in. Good, give me that squeeze. Squeeze over the obliques. And a squeeze. Good, so I'm getting down, I'm using those obliques, front and back of my waist, my core pulled in. Good, coming down into single figures now, last few seconds, then 2 more minutes before we finish this next circuit. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit heavier on this one. I know it's a long straight arm out, then the pull in. Okay, so it's out, drop, pull in, then it goes back out. Long, good, so don't let it take you over there. Good, out. This time I don't lean over, I get that squeeze in. Good, so again, it's quite aerobic, because lots going on with my core, then with my arm as well. Out. Good, pull that in. Feet 10 to 2 and give me that squeeze in. Good, lovely. Wow, I'm really feeling this on my shoulder. Good, lovely. Out, squeeze it in. And we're almost there. Let's do one more and go work. Well done. Woo, how's that going to feel on the other side? Okay, so my legs do the same. That effort, that long arm lift. With, if you want, a fairly medium to heavy weight on the end. Okay, so into my plie, all the things the same, but squeeze it in. Then out. Squeeze it in. Good, so again, my core really having to work hard here for me to keep me in the correct position, even though there's a big old weight out at that long end of my arm. Good. Down into your plie each time. Get that arm out. Squeeze it back in. Good, so I'm down in my plie and then squeeze back in. I keep on checking my legs on this as well. Wow, good. We're in single figures. I'm proud of that. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, well done. You have finished that next circuit. Okay, my last circuit is going to be on the floor. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is going to be outer thigh to get the lift, inner thigh to get the lift, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to progress that on to a band. So this is where, if you want to, you're going to have that band around your ankles, which is going to make it harder, or around your thighs, and I will come to that. Or you can do the whole lot without the band. Okay, so are we ready? Get your mats out. We'll get on the floor. This is the last circuit. Okay. 12 minutes of work. Okay, so I'm down here. So the first one is going to be top leg lift. My abductor muscles and my glutes, my core pulled in. There's a little bit of work here. Okay, so on my first one, just that practice. Good. Now, if you've got side of hip problems, remember to put a little bit of padding under that, especially when we come to lifting both legs. Because you might be able to feel it, you know, if you've got any elliptical band issues or hip issues there, do try and keep it nice and secure. My zip and hollow is going to help with that. Good, so I've got a good long lever here working. That's why it feels quite difficult. I'm going to stay with this leg. Lovely, here's your rest. Okay, 15 seconds rest, and then I'm going to go back to that leg. Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Give me that leg lift. Good. So again, it's got a little bit of a flex at the foot, so I know that leg is going to be long. Now, because I'm lifting it and my back is off the floor, really keep your zip and hollow on at the front. That's it, good. So really feel strong in this position. 2 minutes through. Next time round, it'll be the other side. Good, up. Good, so again, the work is going to come in that repetition. Lovely, good. Okay, so I'm going to stay here on this side. Again, glutes always only a little bit tired now already, but I'm going to lift both legs together, so my obliques here will have a little bit of work to do. Now, again, there is a little bit here where you can have a little bit of a cheat if your leg is really feeling tired, especially beginners, is that try and relax the top leg. So the lift is being done by my inner thigh on that bottom leg. My top leg is just having a little ride on my bottom leg. Good, but again, all the other things are working for me. So my glutes not having to work as hard on this top one. Lovely, good. Here's my little rest. Top leg, having just a little ride on my bottom leg. It's quite a hard one because you have to really think about letting go of that glute. Okay, lovely, good. Zip and hollow still on. Here's my rest for the bottom leg, but extra work, sorry, my top leg, but extra work for that bottom leg. Okay, so well done everyone. Let's get this done. Okay, good. Up and up. Beginners, if you still feel that you have to just do the one leg, you can always change and just roll over and do the other leg. So basically you're going to do 4 minutes, but 1 minute on one, 1 minute on the other side, again and again. If you feel that otherwise you could be doing basically a 4 minute leg lift if you're going with that one leg lift. Good. So really consciously relax that top leg. Almost your glutes you feel is not doing anything on this one. Lovely, good. Okay, on this one, people who just want that little bit of extra challenge, you can put the band around your ankles. People who are new to exercise, around your thighs here. You're still going to be using a straight leg, but it's not be such a long lever. And remember what I say, longer levers, they are hard to work. Okay, on this one, my top leg does have to go again. Okay, so I do get the lift, and then the squeeze, and then down, so I push that leg down, that leg stabilises, and then I go down again. So there's quite a lot of work on that front, on that top leg. Okay, so we're here. So again, you might want to try it first with your band over your thighs instead of your ankles. 3, 2, 1, here we go. We get the lift, and then we get the joint. So again, here, my obliques working. Push away, down, up, up, push, down. Good. So again, my top leg stays steady even though my bottom leg is pulling that band away from it. Here the band is just no resistance, here's the resistance. Good. Squeeze. So really keep that zip and hollow on because you'll feel it a lot here in that double leg lift. Good. So again, that top leg just having to do a little bit work for me, a little bit more work, but it's a great abductor muscle outside of that leg. Remember the inner and the outer thigh, as well as the front and back, which we've already used, is really going to be able to keep that knee and that hip strong and stable, which is the more important thing. Okay, lovely. We're going to do that again. Okay, lift, lift. So remember beginners, you can be doing any of the variations we've done up to this point. Good. Or you can do, if you want to, just do a little bent leg and get them a bent leg up and back down. Again, just try and work the time, if you can, to really get the most out of that exercise. But again, being able to finish it each time as well. Good. This is the last 15 seconds on this leg, on this side, before we turn around and do the other side. So I know that glute feels a little bit burning now. Now my outside of the thigh has to work, my inside of the thighs have to work. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and I'm down. Okay, lovely, good. I'm going to take that band off. Remember, it's going to be just the leg lift. So just scoot round to the other side, get myself in position, long and straight. Hand underneath. Remember, if you've got issues with that lower hip, lovely, good. This almost feels like it's floating now. It's nice and fresh, this leg. Good. Give me that lift. Good. So I want you to beginners to think about your zip and hollow on. Just give me that lift up. Good. So remember, as we get on in this, what you can do is you can just do a little half leg lift if you feel that long lever is getting too much, but you still want to work that glute and that abductor muscle. Good. So again, longer lever, always hard to work. Good. So that work starts to build up in my thigh, in my glute. Lovely, good. Giving it a second go. Remember, on my next two, this can get a little bit of a rest. And then as beginners you can go back to it, or a bit more advanced you can put the band on. Okay, so I'm still in my single leg lifts. Yeah, so again, it gives me time to think that I'm straight all the way through. My bottom's not stuck out, it's tucked in. I'm standing up straight like I would be if I was standing on the floor, and then I'm getting that leg lift out to the side. But here it has to work a little bit more against gravity. Good, so that's why it feels much harder work than lifting your leg out to the side. My zip and hollow is on, there's tension on my belly button, otherwise my shoulders are relaxed, they've got nothing to do with this exercise. My hand underneath my head, getting that little tuck in. A few seconds left now, guys. Let's work this through to the end. Well done, everyone, good. Okay, what I said about the next one, the double leg lift, so there's more work to be done on my obliques. You can drop it if you want to and bring it up and do that one. But if you can, try and think about your glutes here on the top leg. So the bottom leg has more work to do, which is fine because we want to use our legs and it's the inside of thigh. And the top leg gets a little rest, gets a little ride on that bottom leg. Good, can we feel that? If you can, it's quite hard to consciously relax that top leg, but you'll know once you've got it, because that leg does feel like it's getting a little rest now. I'm not lifting them both together. Of course, if you want to lift them both together, there you go, you can do. Up to you. Good. Give me that lift. Give me that squeeze. Good work, well done. Okay, I'm staying here for my second one. Trying to keep my neck nice and relaxed, so don't let any of the tension come up through the top part of your body. Just think about those legs. Zip and hollow on, belly button pulled in, here we go. And then I can feel it on my obliques, over my waist. Good. My core is stabilising me through the middle there, and then get that lift. Good. So again, feeling it now more so on my bottom leg, on the inside thigh, because it's lifting that top leg. Again, you can lift them both together. Good. But we've got that band one to do next. Yeah, give me that lift. Up. Well done, lovely, good. Okay, this is where you can put the band around. And again, if you don't want to put it right down the bottom, you can put it around your thighs. It will still work up that resistance for you. It will just be a little bit less if it's here. Okay, I'm going to put it down at the bottom. So it stretches, it just goes a little bit relaxed, then it stretches again, a little bit relaxed. Okay. Here we go. Long and straight, I've checked, zip and hollow on. I'm straight all the way down, my shoulders back and down. Okay, so I get that lift against that resistance, squeeze up on my inside thigh, push down on the outside thigh of that bottom leg. So both outside thighs are getting work here, and my inside thigh has to do that lift. Good. Up, up, down, down. Now try and get this as high away as you can without turning your hip. If you turn your hip, it comes front to thigh, which we've done a lot of today already. Good. Lovely, because you work for me on those pliés, front of thigh, should have felt it, and those lunges. Good. So again, great overall workout if you've managed to go through these stages. And again, if you're a beginner, you've had lots of practice. Good, well done. Okay, here's my last one. My last minute of my 2 minutes. Checking that you're strong, you're stable, you're zipped and hollowed. Okay, get me that lift and squeeze and down and down. Good. Inside thigh gets that squeeze. Give me that lift, give me that squeeze. Up, squeeze, down and down. Give me that lift. Good. Really feeling it now on that upper leg, on that glute. Yeah, let's drive it through now. You've worked so hard to get to this point. Yeah, so if you can just do those last few seconds. We're in single figures now. We're 3, we're 2, we're 1, we're done. Okay, lovely, good. Okay, taking that band off. But you can use that band if you've got it, or if you've got a long band. I'm going to start with that hamstring stretch out. Okay, lovely, good. So this is it, just that stretch out. I'm going to take that music off. Okay, lovely, good. So I'm back on my back. I'm going to use this band over my thighs to stretch out my hamstrings. Okay, so I'm just here. Lovely, and now think about your shoulders, they're relaxed. I'm pulling that in. Oh, I have to be starting on my stiffer side through my right hamstring glute. Okay, but slowly bringing it in. Okay, lovely. Whilst it's there, I'm relaxing off over my hip. I'm going to go out to the side and it's dropped. My shoulders have gone with it, and then I pull it up for that inner thigh, back of thigh stretch. Good, so it's going to be all about those leg stretches out. Okay, lovely, bring it into the middle, change that over, and then it's here, then I slowly start to pull it in. So again, if your leg sort of starts to shake, just put it back. Try and relax it off as much as you can and then bring it back in again. Pulling that in with your biceps, your shoulders low. Okay, lovely. Out to the side, as low as it can go. I'm taking that other shoulder with it, which also By the way, give me a little bit of a stretch out on that shoulder. Okay, then I pull it up towards my shoulder on that side. It's still a long, straight leg. Becomes an inner thigh, back of thigh stretch. Feels good because that leg is just a dead weight in the hand there. Okay, then I bend that leg and I come in. I'm going to stay just doing a classic glute stretch. One leg over the other. Pull through for that thigh. Lift or keep the leg lowered, whatever is best for you and your lower back. And just keep on pulling it in so I get more and more of a stretch. And remember, keep this ankle straight. Don't let your foot collapse and your ankle go out. The stretch ends up going out through the side of your shin, which is great if that's where you want it, but not at the moment. We want those glutes. They've done a lot for us today. Okay, lovely. Take that leg off. Are we on the other leg now? So I'm just bringing it up. I'm bringing it across. I'm reaching through for that other thigh. And then I've got that glute stretch going on. Flex the foot to keep that ankle in a good position. Lovely, good. Okay, well done. We'll look on that leg coming up. I'm just going to do a little front of thigh here. Okay, now I did work my obliques in that core, so I'm going to do a little stretch first, up and over. Feel that that hip bone is in contact with the floor if you can. And now I take it here, I take it off the floor, I do a nice reach up and over with my arm. And again, keeping my zip and hollow on, getting that stretch all the way through. Lovely, good. Okay, we're going to change it over to the other side. Up and over. Lovely, down and coming up. Really feel that front of thigh stretch off. It really worked hard for us in those lunges. Okay, well done. And in those pliés. Okay, down into your downward dog. But I'm just going to walk this back. Bend your knees if you have to. Now bend your knees at the end to unroll and come up. And give me that roll around. Okay, just open it out. And well done. Just give me that little shake through. Okay, good work. So again, beginners, you know what you're aiming for. And again, people who are more advanced, you can mix in more of those beginners movements just to get each one correct. And then you can move on to doing that harder exercise. And say 12 minutes of each exercise. It's hard work anyway. So well done everyone. Good for doing it with me. I hope you got through to the end. I hope you pushed yourself as much as you can whilst keeping safe. Okay, great work, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye for now.